Good morning and welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Ducado. I know I've been gone a little bit. Was just getting over the rest of my cold. In the midst of getting better, we've seen that Manchester City drew with Bournemouth, which ultimately gave Arsenal the title. They are the 2025-2026 Premier League champions, and not without controversy. They are the only team in Premier League history to go the entire season without conceding a penalty or giving up a red card, which is unheard of. And if you go throughout the course of the 38 games, you can definitely find infringements which would argue their claims of a great defensive season. Nonetheless, job's done for the Prem. At least they've won, and so you have to tip your hat. I've been reading on Twitter that with Arsenal now winning, we become the team with the longest, you would say, trophy drought, and are now being the butt of jokes, you would say. But we don't need the PGMOL to help us win. You know what I mean? We don't need the PGMOL to rig shit, to help us or give us an extra leg. We don't need that shit. You know what I mean? Like, we'll get it done. We're in Champions League. We've beaten Nottingham Forest. We have one game left. Bruno has one chance left to go ahead and win and get the assist record. I personally believe he will do it. That's just me. Ooh, this light is crazy. I personally believe that he will do it. It's just a matter of time. I think it's just he'll get the assist record. But now that teams are winning trophies and winning leagues, and Arsenal still has a chance at a double to go win Champions League, which I don't think they will do, to be honest. I really don't think they will do it, but that's just my hope. I'm hoping PSG can save the football world. I know the greatest generational hate watch is occurring on May 30th for that Champions League final. I know Villa just won Europa, so they already qualified for champs, but now it's just bolds it again, so they're automatically going to Champions League. So yeah, race to 6 also intensifies if Aston Villa loses their last game and Liverpool were to win, making sure that Villa finishes 5th, which would then push their Champions League to the 6th place spot. I know teams like Chelsea are vying for it. Bournemouth, things of that nature. Again, it would take an epic collapse for this to happen, but we've seen stranger things, you know what I mean? What else? Yes, now is a time of the year where our teams are being linked to players for the summer window. I firmly believe if Project 2028 is Manchester United's year, because that's our 150th as a club, if that is our goal, then we have to win the summer window. Like, we have to get our summer transfer business in order. I like the fact that we're linked to Matthias Fernandes from West Ham. I really believe he's a solid football player, a solid midfield option, can help Kobe with providing that cover I believe that's needed. Is he enough? No, I think we're going to need him. There's talks of Elliot Anderson. There's talks of Sandro Tonali, Ederson from Atalanta. There's a lot, but what I believe we need to do, again, our scouting department did good with Cunha, Brian Mbomo, Šeško, even Patrick Dorgu. I quite like Dorgu. So we got to have that faith, have that trust. for them to see it through. You know what I'm trying to say? But we have to win it. We have to win. We have to win. We have to win. We have to win. It's like a non-negotiable. What we've seen with Liverpool, with on the backs of what you would say spending 500 million. Some will say that's poor recruitment on the backs of they got an injury-prone Isak. Wirtz is struggling to adapt. That's 250 million or close to that right there. Then he's with another 70 or 70, 80 on Hugo Ekitike. He's injured, out for the season. So, you know, you're seeing the effects of Liverpool's season just by, you know, what they were able to do in their summer window activity with the player replenishments. Yes, a lot of it has to do with, you know, the players and their lack of belief in the coach and, you know, things of that nature. But in the same breath, the same token, it's the players on the pitch that are, you know, have to score, have to defend. Yes, the tactics from the manager is important because it's how you set the players up. But at the end of the day, you can set the players up as great as you want. If your players aren't scoring, aren't passing, aren't running, aren't able to do anything, that's just more an impact on the players than I would say the coach. But their coach has, you know, he's not free of, you know, blame. But am I going to give him a large part of the blame? No. The players, their players this season have largely been underwhelming. Things happen, but they have largely been underwhelming. And so you just see the importance of trying to get your player recruitment right. All I know is that for this summer, we need drillers, like in every position, runners and drillers. I need players that are running. We need just like a line breaker in the sense of like not just a passing, but just someone that can just mucky and muddy it up, like, and just break up plays, win ball back for us. Just, you know what I mean? Just be that dominant figure in that position. And I think that if we get our 6 right, I think that in itself bodes a lot better for us. If we're able to get our 6 right, we're able to get that defensive midfield that can help protect the back line, the back 4. I think in conjunction with the other signings, but that alone, if we can get our other signings right, plus our 6, it bodes us so well. Now, with that being said, Matthijs de Ligt has back surgery and is expected to miss some time, meaning the start of the next season. I understand rehabilitating or trying to rehabilitate an injury over going through surgery. I would always look to rehabilitate first. The issue that I have in this situation is that you are rehabilitating for damn near, since, when was the last game he played for us? November? I want to say November of last year. Is that Tottenham game I remember? Maybe November? December, January, February, March, April, May. That's 6 months, 6 months worth of waiting to then, before the last game of the season, decide I want to go through surgery. I don't know whether or not it's on the medical staff, if it's de Ligt and his agents saying that, no, we don't want to have a surgery. We rather try the, you know what I mean? We rather try the rehabilitation method. My thing on that is just like, I get wanting to rehab, but how long is long enough before you opt to want to go ahead and get surgery? Like, could we maybe have tried rehabilitating for 2-3 months, and if no progress is being found or felt, then we move on to maybe opt to get surgery? Now, with you having to still get surgery, At least if you got it, say, 3 months ago, you're now 3 months in your rehabilitation process of trying to get better. So you're not missing the World Cup. And then you're also should be ready for the next season. Now what's going to have to happen is that we now have to, depending on our player sales and what we have allotted to us, we're now going to have to use some of our budget on a defender, right? De Ligt's out. He won't be ready. Martinez, who knows what's going to happen with him? He's injury prone. Maguire's our serviceable big, but he's also hurt. We have Lenny Yoro that's not ready yet. And then we have Aiden Heaven that's still young by, his age and also his minutes that he's playing on the pitch. So my belief is if De Ligt is not ready, we need a center back. Now, it's not we got to panic buy and get a center back. But at the same token, it's like, hey, if we're able to maybe get, offload a Martinez, I would look into that and just get a nice wavy center back to help us until De Ligt comes back, or this new center back that we have, it's him and Maguire or him and Yoro and the Heavens, and then De Ligt, you're gonna have to you're the fourth choice center back until you work yourself back into shape, right? So who knows? I know a lot of things are being looked at, are being calculated. What I know is that we need to win the summer window. I've addressed a couple of the areas. Attack, I haven't really addressed so much because I feel like the bulk of our rebuild has to go into the midfield and also our defense. It would be just too easy to play through all year long. People can run through our middle. So midfield and defense, I believe, is where we start. And I think through player sales, people coming off the book, I think a purchase of a left wing or a right wing will come off a player's sale. So whether that's we sell Ahmad or somebody else, but we're not gonna just buy an attacker from our budget, you would say. I think that's gonna come from sales. I don't know why I'm struggling to talk to right now. From player sales. So yeah, man, I'm curious to see what that looks like. Summer window or the summer transfer window is always fun because it's like adding to your squad. So I'm curious to see who we can add to the squad. And yeah, I'm very, very, very curious to see who we can add from the squad. Yeah, man, and I'm excited. But if you agree with me, if you don't, if you like what I said or you don't, let me know below in the comments. It's free. Make sure you turn on and subscribe. Turn on your notifications. Lucky sneeze. Bless me. So make sure you turn all those on and let me know below what you think. Again, not really super congratulations, but congratulations to little old Arsenal. You guys finally got a win. I expect you guys to lose Champions League, so enjoy this one little trophy. And see y'all next season, man. Oh, see y'all on the last day. Hopefully, our last thing is hopefully Bruno can get the assist record. So that's what we will be watching for this weekend, and then we'll be setting off until the World Cup. But I love y'all. Hold it down. Be easy.